quite a good team, and it should be a rather exciting matchup here.
Hmm.
We are going to be on Northern Fjords, a rather lengthy and very. I see you get length as one of them. Wide, I guess deep is what I'm trying to say, because the ceiling to floor is really a long way to fall.
I think you mean a high map.
Yeah, I guess that could
I don't
work too.
I don't know. Talking about length and depth is kind of a slippery slope.
Well, because you got like
Um,
the x-axis and then like the y-axis, but then you're in three-dimensional space, so you also got like the z-axis, and so what you got like the width and length, and then the look. The point is, it's a big map, and
yeah, why do we
usually,
call it a whacking great fjord? There, sorted. The clue's in the name.
and usually that map it means it's going to be a kind of longer range snipes. But let's take a
Yep.
look at and we got double Junker that was going against double Pyra, but it looks like Thomas is actually switching to a Junker as well. And I think that's probably a good move. I would say that double Junker would probably beat double Pyramidion.
Um, it depends on what sort of a map. On this map, potentially yes, especially with a lot of long range fire. Um, maybe there might be circumstances where that'd be different, but simply just due to the fact that you can put more guns to bear on a target over longer range on the Junker will give you dividends overall.
Yep.
Or on a long range map, that is.
Of course, now we get the little dance that we got going on at start of matches. We got one of the Sky Invading Rhinos actually switching ships now.
Oh
um,
God,
and-
a goldfish is showing up now as well.
yeah, I'm gonna guess without clicking on it. I'm gonna guess that's gonna be a lumberfish. Let's check.
Wow,
Lumberfish.
you shook your lucky 8 ball today, didn't you?
Well, to be fair, it's the only thing that made sense going as double Junker at that time. However, we now see a Junker and a Pyra instead. Not that not that Lumberjacks are useless against Pyramidians, but not as strong as against the Junker.
No, especially when they're simply just not so strong because, well, your target's running straight for you, not strafing around you in a circle. You're going to get less time to shoot him.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we have seen, I think, two different lumberjack goldfishes so far. I believe one of them was on the other stream, the other division. I think Muse took lumberfish, and I believe we've seen lumberfish one other time. I'm trying to remember that correctly.
I think it might have been a week that I wasn't here.
Yeah, possibly. Regardless, it's not. My point is, it's not so extremely new or out of meta that lumberfishes are taken, but it might be a little bit hard to survive against somebody like their ambition, who is, well, going to be ambitioning. Um, and they have a carronade up front. That's a very interesting setup. I mean, I've seen that before as well, the Gatling carronade on the front of a Pyra.
Yeah, it's whether or not you have a very kill-heavy ally or you just plan on squashing quite a few people.
Yep. But of course, on this map, once again, I'm not sure of that carronade. You pop a balloon, but you got so far to fall. I don't quite know if I like the carronade pick on here.
Well, it could be useful for a lot of surprise attacks if they can get the surprise attacks working right. But there are a couple of flares out there, so it's going to be a lot harder to sneak underneath the map, underneath the archways at the bottom of the map through the cloud cover.
Absolutely. All right. So I do need to change this around in a second. But anyway, let's get a quick rundown of the ships we've got on the Sky Invading Rhino side. The Skull Pata. It's got a Hades light flak on one side with a Merc on the front with a Gatling mortar on the other side. And on their Ambition, we've got a Gatling and carrying it up front with a light flak and a flare on the side.
And over on the Mandal's Riches, flown by Thomas, we have Flare Gun front, which is slightly unusual. Flak Hades side with a typical gap mortar offensive side. That's a bit unusual. And then we've also got, as well predicted, the RS Minerva, the lumber goldfish flown by Jub Jub.
Absolutely. All right, so we've got a few little shots going down around so far, and now I think I do remember this Pyramidium build, the Rambition's Gatling and carrying it up front. If you remember that last week, that's when they had used that to like strip hull on Duel at Dawn and then flipped over to use the light flak. Do you remember that?
Yes, it was.
So,
You're
so
right.
yeah, this isn't the first, definitely not the first time that they've done that, and it won't be the last time either, I'm guessing. All right, so we are getting a little bit of action going on already.
Yeah, we've had a couple of shots from the Holy Roman Army's Junker against the Pyramidion, but it seems to be that the Sky Invading Rhinos are trying to sneak around the far edge of the map, but Holy Roman Army are already on that and trying to find out where the hell they've gone, flying clouds, just to find out whether or not they're after the archway or they're after the far end of the map. And I don't even think Sir knows exactly what they're doing just yet. It seems they've split up and are moving back towards Holy Roman Army.
Yep, so we get the usual little circling that's going on these maps as the two teams try to kind of figure out where each other are and how they can really get set up. So it's a pretty good movement there by the blue team, getting around the side, not letting the Sky Invading Rhinos just get all upon them in their own spawn. It can be a little bit dangerous because they are near red spawn now, so if they do get a kill or two, red team will be right back in that action.
Yeah, potentially. Now, it is still advisable to back away, especially since they've got those very heavy long-range guns. They need that space to make them as effective as possible. Now, it just seems that Holy Roman Army are just a little confused as to where the heck everything might be, but we've got a flare down, and the RS Minerva has been spotted by the Pyramidion up high.
Yep, all right. And Rambition is getting shot at here. A little bit of wild shots going off. Of course, I do think they have a flare in there, so they are able to see the Rambition. But the Minerva needs to be going after the Skullpata. I don't think the Lumberjack on the Pyra is going to be as effective, but they might just be afraid of the Rambition charging on it like it is.
Yeah, the Rambition, as we've seen in previous weeks, is very deadly if you underestimate it. I don't think the Holy Roman Army are going to do that. I think they're going to try and get some supportive fire down while the Rambition charges Mandel's riches.
Yeah, Rambition all up on Mendel's riches. Rambition did lose his balloon once again there, and that's going to save Mendel's riches, I think, at this point, because the Skullpata and the Rambition were just coming straight for that Junker. Still a lot of fire coming onto the
There goes down the Rambition's armor, and in come the mortar shots.
Will they be able to finish it off here?
No!
Not quite. Now the Mendel's riches is caught in the gap mortar of the Skullpata, but the Skullpata loses his balloon as the Minerva gets that Lumberjack just into range here. And great save there by the Minerva, once again getting that fire off from the Mendel's riches.
Yeah, the Minerva's gunner seems to be doing a very, very good job today. It seems they're focusing on balloon suppression and trying to keep both ships down so that the Mandel's riches can finish them off. I think at the minute they're searching for wherever the heck that Pyramidian's gone, and they found it.
Yep, and they're using that Lumberjack. Of course, they can't really do a whole lot of Lumberjacking on the Skullpata. That Junker is way too close within that arming time. Rambition and trying to come in once again here, but continual Lumberjack shots going on him. Skullpata, however, has now focused on the Minerva.
Yeah, they're now focused on the Minerva because they figured out that Lumberjack is the linchpin to the Holy Roman Army's plans, and it seems like they're trying to just avoid that Rambition before it causes any problems.
Here, though, and armor is down. Will the mortar shots come connecting?
No, they missed.
They are missing quite wildly, in fact. And that's going to give them time to back up. Skullpata losing his balloon, will probably lose arc, but Rambition still coming in here. Skullpata almost down. Oh my god, how is the Skullpata not dead? They had almost everything completely wrecked, just managing to get out of the actual death. They did everything but die there, but both of these red ships are so incredibly low health. We'll see if the Minerva can survive this, though. And down goes the Skullpata. With that fireworks going on, happy 4th of July, even though it is not 4th of July anymore. Still Rambition, however, following the Minerva here, and this is going to be rather hard. That light flak coming in, not quite enough, and the Minerva might just be able to get out of here.
They might be able to get out of here with a bit of suppression from their allied junker, but they are deep in red spawn. So as soon as that junker spawns, it's going to be right back in there, going to cause a fair few problems, especially since the Minerva is heading in their direction.
Yep, they're making a beeline for them almost. I'm not sure if they know where they're spawning. Ambition, in the meantime, goes down to the Mendel's Riches. There goes those beautiful fireworks upon death. I almost think that they need to just keep that in the game because that does look quite spectacular.
It was spectacular at Christmas, and it was spectacular on the year anniversary, and it's spectacular here again.
Absolutely, of course, celebrating.
Excuse me.
But Skullpata had respawned here, taking a few pot shots at Minerva. Minerva thankfully did not keep on charging on 4th. And they are sitting kind of, well, basically on top of the red team now.
Yeah, they're sitting on top of the red team. They've not took very much damage. It seems like whenever they got whole armor down, anyone with severe killing power was either disabled or fighting with somebody else.
Mendel's Riches has got to be a little bit careful here. They are getting caught in the middle of these two ships. Rambition, however, losing his balloon and does have to hold his momentum up as he was charging straight into that bridge. And that's going to give Mendel's Riches a pretty good arc on him.
It's going to give Mendel's Riches a party. You've got Skullpad trying to get in again to hit the Mendel's Riches, and again the Lumberjack shots coming in to try and disable it.
Yep, Rambition about to lose his armor, but just gets it repaired in time. Skullpata trying to get Mendel's Riches a little bit of its attention, keep him off his ally. He is getting some nice Hades connects there finally.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of misses both ways, but a lot of shots actually connecting now. Skullpata losing his balloon. Rambition, however, has a beat on the Minerva, and the Minerva's got to be extremely careful here, so Rambition is just charging on 4th. Can Mendel's Riches actually come and body block him? Takes a bounce, but Rambition's just going to continue on 4th, and I think he's within arming time because those lumberjack shots aren't doing anything.
Yeah, it seems that the Mendel's Riches is either going to have to commit to helping their ally or focus on that other junker, and it seems that they're going after the Rambition, but it could be too little too late.
Yeah, Rambition coming in. They do get a little bit of a ram, but too late. That armor came back up, and that light carronade still doing work on the Minervas.
There goes the flak rounds. Oh, that arm's back.
Armor just back up just in time. Looks like Mendel's Riches is trying to come in and help his friend here, but Rambition. Oh no, Minerva takes a bounce off, and there goes the fireworks. Rambition came in and has absolutely wailed on the Minerva. Mendel's Riches did try to follow up here, does get some amount of shots off on the Rambition, but just not enough, and now is in trouble with the Skullpata right on top of him.
Yeah, they seem like they're trying to get the heck out of dodge before too many unpleasant things happen, trying to put their balloon in the way of those mortar rounds. And it seems to be working so far, only light engine damage.
Yeah, they did get most of those mortars connecting with the balloon instead of the armor. Of course, that's part of the reason why Junkers are quite favored. That really slim hull and a lot of balloon to block a lot of those shots. Skullpata, however, not giving up on this. Rambition, the problem, the two red ships actually got way split up here as Rambition was rather back, but they have charged on 4th, so they will be able to re-meet their team. And this is not what Holy Roman Army wants to be doing here. They want to be engaging at longer distances, and Invading Rhinos are doing a very good job of closing those gaps right now.
Yeah, they are, but it seems that the Rambition has had a couple of changes of heart. They first went after Mendel's Riches, then they went after the Icarus Minerva, and now they've come back after the Mendel's Riches, and it's not helped them because they put their back to the Minerva and they've lost some balloon.
Yeah, it's you've gotta have when you're picking out a target, you gotta pick who you're gonna go for and just go for it. You can't have this kind of oh let's shoot at him. Okay, well now let's shoot at him. It's just not gonna work.
Yeah,
and Holy Roman Army was actually almost the same way in that first engagement where they had both of the ships down to almost no health.
Yeah, I think there was a little more method in Holy Roman Army's madness, but not very much more. Yeah, I think
they do get the Rambition down, and this is what I'm talking about. They do decide on a dime. Okay, Rambition is down. Let's take care of the Skullpata, and there they go, taking it down. Ambition raising up behind. We'll see if he can accomplish anything here. If the Holy Roman Army might be looking at a 4-1 lead.
They probably might be doing if they can keep their balloon from those lumberjack shots. So far, Holy Roman Army have been doing very, very well at isolating the more dangerous members and picking them off.
Yep. Absolutely, they're doing a fantastic job of making those split decisions. You know, getting that focus fire. Ambition will escape on out of here, so that's a great job by their Ambition. Taking no permanent damage will allow him to regroup up with his teammate, and that means that if they, they can get a two kills here, they'll tie it up. It's anyone's game still.
Yeah, still anyone's game, still in very early days. It seems that the Rambition has gone trying to take cover behind the mountain. Oh, and we've got a spot off. Someone's got a flare out. I think that was the Sky Invading Rhinos, that flare on the front of that junker.
Yep, still a little bit of an interesting choice to put a flare in front of the junker, but I can understand it on this map. There is a lot of cloud cover, and especially when you've got a lumberjacking goldfish going on, you really want to keep track of where that is.
Well, I'm going to make a little bit of correction. That it's actually the Mandel's Riches that has the
Oh, does he? Oh.
the flare gun on the front. The
Okay, well, if that's there's a reason for that as well. In this case, they want to know when the Ambition is charging forward, and
it's also very
that's
good for
very,
that lumberjack.
yeah.
Very good indeed
It's
for that
good
lumberjack.
to spot with the lumberjack too. There are a multitude of reasons to have a flare gun on this map. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, there's very rare you see a flare gun in a primary armament section. Normally, it's tucked away somewhere where you have to get a bit of maneuvering to get it to work. But
Yeah, you'll often
realistic-
see it on the side of a goldfish, or like a back gun of a galleon, or maybe something like that. Now, Ambition and Skullpata in the meantime is, holy moly, they got really split up here. Ambition is all the way on the other side of the map, and they're just getting
Yeah.
it back in. And I think the Holy Roman Army recognizes this, and they're just going after the Skullpata right away here.
yeah, they sort of just watch the Rambition just fly up the side of the map, going for the flanking maneuver, and they've cottoned onto it. They're thinking, well, we could go after him, or we could go after the fella that's harassing us.
But they're not getting the Skullpata fast enough, and their Ambition
No, they're
is
not.
gonna get right on the Minerva here. Now their Ambition is spotted, which is a very good sign here for Holy Roman Army. They know where that Pyrus coming from. They had to know it was going to come from somewhere, but getting that spot out on it was very clutch, and it lets the Minerva just be like, uh-oh, time to go.
Yep, run away. Run away. Now they've retreated behind the mountain and are trying to hopefully get some shots in to support
Yep,
their ally.
Rambition is coming up. Does get a little bit of a bounce against the Mendel's Riches. Mendel's Riches losing his balloon because of it, but Rambition will as well with that, and all of these ships are going to start falling down here. Skullpata is going to keep in line with the Mendel's Riches and got dueling gat fire going on.
Yeah, I think they're trying to see who they can get first and who can do damage to whom. And in this case, it's anyone's game.
Yep,
A
Skullpata.
lot of mortar shots missing from both sides, and a lot of Gatling shots missing from both sides.
But both the Rambition and the Skullpata do have a beat on Mendel's Riches, and another ram here from Rambition, making the Mendel's Riches lose his balloon, is actually slapping him against the side here, but Rambition gets caught on the pillar here, that sideways pillar, and takes some permanent damage. Armor and hull still down. It's very bad there for Ambition, and those lumberjack shots continuing to bounce for Ambition against the pillar here. They gotta get out of here. It was just absolutely tragic positioning there for Ambition.
Yeah, that was absolutely sucked. We also saw the Mandel's Riches. Their hull went down, but those mortar shots didn't come in time from the Skullpata just to do any damage at all.
Yep, Skullpata now trying to shoot off at the Minerva. I think for Ambition, Skullpata going after the Minerva, both of them. But Skullpata losing his balloon, those lumberjack shots doing exactly what they're supposed to. However, Ambition is about to turn right onto the Minerva.
Yeah, just trying to isolate that lumberjack, but it seems Minerva spotted them and are trying to get out of there with a burst of speed.
Yep, doing a very good job. Ambition actually just that kind of throws him out of the out of the loop here, as Minerva is now charging on fourth. They do avoid that pillar there. Good job. And Skullpata is just getting focused now, as Mendel's Riches will follow it down. Those lumberjack shots going to continue. Let's see if their Ambition can rescue his teammate.
Let's see if he can. The most dangerous target at the moment is going to be the Mandel's Riches, so they're going to have to come in and give them a good beating. But they're not. They're going after the Minerva. I don't see the wisdom in that method, really.
Ambition is going to get a nice beat on the Minerva here, who had to stop for a second because he was going to charge on into that bridge. And now our Ambition has picked the Minerva's armor and balloon off here, and will they be able to do any more permanent damage? Not quite so. And Minerva's armor is wow, they finally got the light flak on, but there's a lot of damage missed there. And now Skullpata and Mendel's Riches still going on here.
Yeah, it seems like Scorpada's always in an endless duel of some point or another, and they know it.
Oh, and he
Oh,
finally
there
goes
it
down as the
goes!
Minerva turned his lumberjacks onto the Skulpata there. That Junker going down, but this is a very dangerous position for blue team to be here. The Skulpata will be able to respawn in just a few seconds. Can Rambition hold on before the final kill here? This is the only they're very, very low, so if Minerva gets turned around here and starts hitting with those lumberjacks, Skulpata has spawned right back in here. Can they rescue their ambition, as both of these blue ships should be focusing on it, but instead they're turning on Skulpata.
Yeah, it seems like the Rambition is sort of out of the game. He's drifting away slightly aimlessly, trying to get himself back in, but he's just a little bit too slow due to that balloon damage.
Yep, Skulpata losing his balloon once again is going to get a beat on the Minerva now. The Rambition is. And
Yeah,
Mendel's Rich is trying to fire at him. A lot of those Hades missing. Few shots finally connecting. Rambition trying
yeah.
to pull off some sort of miracle here. The
There goes
Skulpata,
the Rambition's balloon.
Skulpata just now raising up. Will this be it? Will the Holy Roman Army go to a 5-0 record? Getting this 5-1 victory. Rambition armor almost down. Balloon almost down. They are struggling. They are just tanking as much as they can. Shots have ceased for now, so at least they will get a little bit of reprieve here. But Minerva still on the side. Lumberjack shots missing. Rambition is actually going to get around the mountain here. That is a fantastic escape job.
That's a very good escape job, but if they keep on running, they're going to leave the Scarlopedia on its own. So this is where the Scarlopedia is going to either have to decide to sit at range or back the hell out, which they are deciding to do. They don't want to turn around to be under that heavy lumberjack fire.
Well, Minerva does have a spot on them, although I think... no, they're on the other side of the bridge, so they don't have that kind of debris to hide behind. They are running back, of course. They're trying to get out of the arc there. Skulpata actually going to take a little bit of a bounce there against the bridge, and thankfully that doesn't hurt them anymore. Ambition, in the meantime, has come up on a Minerva once more, trying to take him down, but now is getting caught from behind by the Mendel's Riches. Those Hades shots finally connecting every single one of them, but armor is still not going anywhere. Mendel's Riches still laying down a little bit of that fire. Minerva getting out of there once more, and that Goldfish has done a very good job of escaping from their ambition so far.
Yeah, they know exactly what to do and how to do it, and it seems like they're going to try and move to tie up the Junker as best they can, but they're too far inside arc for that to be effective. So now we're back to a duel between the Rambition and the Mandel's Rich to see what we can do.
Yep, Minerva and Skulpata in the meantime going at it as well. I think the Skulpata is inside of that arming time now, so it's not going to do a whole lot with that Lumberjack, but they might actually be going out enough. Now, Rambition is actually coming on in here, and I think they were trying to focus on the Minerva once again, but Rambition is actually getting caught on the Gat Mortar side of the Mendel's Riches. Will this be it? That Gatling fire coming down. Armor goes down, and Mortar comes raining in. Holy Roman Army doing it once more with a 5-1 victory over the Sky Invading Rhinos here, and this team, man, this team has just been doing it week in and week out.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was flawless. There were obviously some mistakes, but it was damn good flying on behalf of Holy Roman Army. Still very good flying on behalf of Sir. Tried some flanking maneuvers, tried to get in and separate them, but it was that Lumberjack was just too good. Gunner for the Lumberjack was making those perfect sweet shots.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can hit with a Lumberjack on a regular basis, you are doing damn well. Yeah, it's a very, very likely that you are going to win those matches.
Hmm.
And of course, their captain did a very good job of escaping as well. So all around good flying by Holy Roman Army. I do gotta wonder if their ambition had a Gatling mortar up front instead of that Gatling carronade, if they would have done better. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Honestly, no, it was a good idea. It was a very good idea. If they could get on a smaller map, it would have been a much better idea. Somewhere where that Lumberjack just couldn't get placed anywhere they wanted to. Somewhere where they could only use, say, certain avenues of fire. But because it was such a large open space, you could just turn around, reverse, and keep going and not have to worry about looking behind you. Just keep blasting whoever sat in front of you. So I'm thinking, nobody loves Meta-Indian everyone wants to see something change, but Invading could have done a lot better. There was a lot of times that the Minerva had their hold down, and if they had a mortar, they could have brought that up and just beat the snot out of them. But it was unable to happen because they had to make that fine maneuver to get the flak involved.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So that will do it for our game number 1. Let's see, when is our game number 2 going to start? It will start at
40,
4:45, which is in about
20 minutes.
20 minutes or so. So we are going to take a little bit of a break here. Of course, we do have a second stream going on, so do go over and watch robanddan.tv/live. I will give you that link in just a second here, as their first match is going on as well. We do have these matches staggered a little bit. So there you go. There is the link. Go ahead and hit that up, watch the other stream, and come back to us in about 20 minutes or so when we will have our second match between the Merry Men and Sacrilege. Stay tuned because that will be a good one. See you guys in a little bit.
See you soon.